I don't want this nigga don't.
Jake Paul has just released his most jaw-dropping training video yet, and it's taking the internet by storm. Fresh off his stunning victory over the legendary Mike Tyson, Jake Paul is redefining the future of boxing and making history in the process.
Like highly promotable, like really good at selling fights.
Jake Paul's latest training clips are so intense that they're turning heads across the board, from fans to critics. We're talking explosive power, lightning-fast speed, and a level of focus that's truly on another level. If you ever thought Jake was just a YouTuber dabbling in boxing, think again. He's coming back stronger, more determined, and ready to dominate. And his newest video proves he means business.
Nothing he's doing looks wrong. He's not like sticking his head straight up in the air and winging punches with his eyes closed. He's fighting well. He looks good.
Jake Paul's latest training video has landed like a knockout punch, shaking up the boxing world. This isn't your typical montage of jump rope routines or heavy bag hits. No, this is Jake Paul cranking the intensity to the max, explosive push-ups straight out of an action film, lightning-fast combinations that practically blur the screen, and conditioning drills so intense they challenge even the most seasoned fighters. It's more than just a training video. It's a bold statement. Simply put, Jake Paul's latest clip is either the stuff of legends or viral gold.
Oh, fuck the rankings. It's a number. Who cares? Like, literally. People just want to like classify things into a numbers chart.
What's fueling even more buzz is the timing. Since his fight with Mike Tyson, Jake Paul's training intensity has reached new heights. Every frame of his latest video radiates aggression, precision, and an unshakable focus on one mission: silencing the doubters. It all traces back to his split decision loss to Tommy Fury in 2023. Since then, Paul has been on a relentless quest to refine his skills, and this video is undeniable proof that he's taking his game to the next level. So, what's driving this viral display of power? Paul's training approach has undergone a complete transformation, blending traditional boxing techniques with cutting-edge innovation. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, has become a cornerstone of his regimen, pushing him to new physical and mental limits. If you've ever wondered how a former Disney Channel star and YouTube prankster could end up looking like a legitimate boxing contender, here's your answer. This video isn't your typical get fit montage. It's a raw, unfiltered showcase of power, innovation, and what can only be described as a borderline obsessive determination to succeed. Explosive push-ups, rapid-fire combinations, and grueling conditioning drills make it crystal clear. Jake Paul isn't just some guy throwing punches at a heavy bag. This is a complete transformation. His punches aren't just fast, they're precision fast. And the best part, he's doing all of this while the internet collectively loses its mind. Let's talk cardio for a moment. Sure, running and jumping rope are staples for every boxer, but Jake Paul isn't just going through the motions. He's strategic about every step. And then there's the mental game, where Jake is absolutely dominating. He's training like a man on a mission. Laugh, joke, or post memes all you want, but this guy is evolving right before our eyes. Whether or not you think he stands a chance against Mike Tyson, one thing is undeniable. Jake Paul is taking boxing seriously, and his training proves it. His videos aren't just workouts, they're a blueprint for the future of boxing. Aggressive, innovative, and calculated, that are a perfect reflection of Jake himself. As the internet dissects every frame, one thing is clear. Jake Paul is rewriting the rules in the boldest, most unapologetic way possible. Love him or hate him, you can't ignore him.
I mean, even Paul, bro. Paul is not a small guy.
No.
He's big. Like, a lot of guys think he's tiny. Well, he's a huge boy.
He's a big dude, and he can
Social media is ablaze, and the world is divided. Is Jake Paul the next big thing in boxing, or is he completely delusional? Fans are hyping him up, critics are tearing him down. But one thing's for sure, no one is staying silent. Here's the kicker. This isn't just about looking like a fighter. It's about looking like a real fighter. The days of half-hearted training montages and influencer workouts are long gone. Jake Paul isn't shadow boxing in his backyard anymore. So, how did it all begin? Jake's boxing journey has been nothing short of a roller coaster. What started as a joke has evolved into something impossible to ignore. Remember when he knocked out YouTuber Ansem Jib in 2020? People laughed. But now, they're paying attention. Then, Jake Paul sent Nate Robinson crashing to the canvas and knocked out Ben Askren, and suddenly the last turned into serious questions. Was this guy for real? Fast forward to 2024, and Jake Paul has just defeated none other than Mike Tyson. Yes, Mike Tyson over 8 rounds. With sharp punches, smart footwork, and a solid strategy, Jake walked away with a $40 million payday. Now, with an 11-1 record, 6 knockouts, and possibly the most unexpected career in boxing, Jake is proving the doubters wrong. But it hasn't been all smooth sailing. He took his first loss to Tommy Fury in 2023, a setback that many believed would mark the end of his boxing dreams.
He stomped. Nice little bounce.
Instead of fading away, Jake Paul came back stronger. He outboxed Nate Diaz, knocked out Andre August and Ryan Borland in the first round, and even took down Mike Perry in a tough 6-round fight. Then came Tyson. What many expected to be a quick disaster turned into Jake showcasing skill, stamina, and strategy. Whether you like him or not, Jake has gone from influencer boxer to a legitimate threat in the ring. The turning point came when he shifted from spectacle-driven events to facing respected opponents. And that's when he started taking fighting seriously. His bout against former MMA fighter Ben Askren in April 2021 was pivotal. Critics doubted Askren's boxing abilities, but Jake's knockout victory turned heads. He followed it up with a win over former UFC champion Tyron Woodley in December 2021, further solidifying his place in the sport. By the time he faced Anderson Silva in October 2022, a legendary striker in combat sports, the narrative was shifting. Jake didn't just win. He'd earned respect for competing against an athlete of Silva's caliber.
Do you feel like you've done enough in the sport and for the sport to merit consideration to be placed into the cruiserweight rankings?
Oh, fuck the ranking.
Jake Paul's rise to prominence isn't as random as it might seem. Behind the scenes, his investments in elite coaching and top-tier facilities reflect a well-thought-out strategy. Jake trains with BJ Flores, a former cruiserweight contender who has honed his technical skills, and Danny Smith, known for preparing fighters for high-stakes bouts. Under their guidance, Jake's camp focuses not just on physical conditioning, but also on mental resilience, an approach that sets him apart from the many influencers who have tried and failed at crossover sports careers. This level of commitment shows Jake isn't just playing at boxing. He's fully dedicated to mastering it.
If this kid was not a YouTuber, if he wasn't some guy that you knew from the time he was like 16 years old on YouTube, and you just saw him box, and you saw him knock out former UFC champions, you saw him beat legitimate boxers, or beat athletes, and beat a bunch of MMA fighters, you'd go, this kid can fucking fight.
Critics often overlook the strategic brilliance behind Jake Paul's career moves. Rather than diving headfirst into the toughest competition, he carefully built his record with a series of thoughtfully chosen fights, each one designed to challenge him while maintaining his confidence. What makes Jake's transformation particularly compelling is how he's using every available resource to reshape himself and prove the doubters wrong. He's not relying solely on natural talent or athleticism. He's building a fighter from the ground up. From elite coaches to scientific training methods, Jake's evolution is a masterclass in leveraging both opportunity and hard work. Whether or not he beats Mike Tyson, Jake Paul's journey has already shifted the conversation around influencer athletes, leaving a lasting impact on how they are perceived in the world of sports.
Jake El Gallo!
Jake's supporters, a mix of loyal fans and those captivated by his transformation, believe this could be his breakout moment. They point to his relentless training, strategic planning, and the sheer audacity of stepping into the ring with a legend. These fans argue that Jake's calculated approach and mental resilience have him better prepared than critics realize. Jake Paul is reinventing boxing, and not everyone is happy about it. But here's the thing. While critics scoff, Jake is quietly rewriting the rule book. His training isn't just about hitting punching bags or endless sparring. It's a blend of old-school grit and next-gen innovation. Think Rocky Balboa meets Silicon Valley. His camp uses data analytics to fine-tune everything, from his punching power to his footwork efficiency. Yes, you read that right. Jake Paul has spreadsheets for his hooks. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul's training is sparking a wave of inspiration among young athletes. Forget the traditional gym grind. Today's aspiring boxers are logging into apps, studying Jake's methods, and dreaming bigger than ever. He's made it cool to approach boxing like a tech startup, an unconventional yet undeniably effective blueprint for the modern era. But here's the real kicker. Jake isn't just training for Tyson. He's building a legacy. He's the poster child for influencer athletes breaking into competitive sports, proving that internet fame and hard work can coexist. Sure, purists might cringe, but history won't remember their tweets. It'll remember Jake's transformation. So, is Jake ready for Tyson? That's the million-dollar question. Drop your bets in the comments and get ready for a fight that could redefine everything.